And we just saw the Kombat Kast for Omni-Man, and wow, I was already interested in playing this character, but now they've showed off what he's actually doing. God damn, I've got such a nostalgic feel of Injustice and Injustice 2, and I will absolutely be doing anything I can to main this character. But that was the first thought I had, and the second thought is that, oh my god, Rain is not going to be able to fight this guy at all. So let's just go through the main things we saw from his gameplay in this, because he seems so fun, so cool. But yeah, each time we see something cool, I'm going to point out why that's so amazing and why I want to play him, and also why it's gonna be like a 9-1 matchup for Rain. I swear, this is not good. This is not good for us, guys. This is not good. So, you know, regular punch strings, kind of normal. I think the only thing that could kill this character from what we've seen is if he has horrendous frame data. It has to be so shit. Otherwise, everything else he has is amazing. Because he's this great range, great mobility, great specials, everything. So, this forward 4 they're showing off right now is pretty amazing. This is like a MK11 Johhny forward 4. It reaches a lot further than MK1 Johhny's forward 4, and it reaches a lot further than any of Rain's buttons. As you can see, it's an advancing knee that goes into a string that does a bunch of damage, and we've seen that if you don't do this grab ender at the end, it's also just a meterless launcher. So this is, at least from what we've seen, the mid itself is relatively safe, at least in the gameplay over here. The Scorpion was respecting it. So we've got this safe, long-reaching mid that goes into a string that does a bunch of damage and is a meterless launcher. Like, hello? Hello? That means in neutral range, Rain is not going to be able to contest him at all, because he's got the threat of this massive knee. Rain is just going to be mashing for his life on down 3, please don't kill me with your knee, because nothing else that Rain presses is going to reach at that range. Unless you, like, do a whiff, a standing 2, and hope that Omni-Man, like, walks into it. It's it's a little rough. So then you might be thinking later on, well, I guess, you know, you just dash away and do some geysers or projectiles, but we'll see that that's different. So yeah, this is like a little bit looking of a faster mid, maybe more around like 13 frames, closer to Rain's regular mid, where the knee was a little bit slower, but it's a quick mid. It's also leads to a string. The launcher is apparently unsafe, but you can probably cover it with a cameo if you like, and there's also a safe follow-up, so it's kind of like Lee May with her forward 4. You can either go into a full combo, or you can keep yourself safe, depending on which string you do. And then look at this sweep.
Drops down and does extra damage.
This is just another example of the frame data on this sweep better be awful, because now it's just like in every way kind of better than a lot of characters. It does so much more damage than a regular sweep. I think sweeps are usually just like 100 damage. It gets this extra 138 because he does that face slam. That is so cool. I'm gonna be sweeping so much just because you get the style points. It's a cool move and not just a weird little leg sweep. It's awesome. So not only does he have that really good sweep, look, he also has this. What did she call it? I think a 4-3. Yeah, 4-3. A double hitting low. And you know what double hitting moves mean. Well, I can use this on the opponent's knockdown. I can use it on Oki. Break most characters' armor attacks. Perfect. Just like Liu Kang's forward 4. That breaks most armor attacks when you use it with the correct timing on Wake Up. And Omni-Man seems like he'll have that with a low, which means that you have like armor breaking mix-ups, similar to Melina's forward 4, where you have this forward 4 that breaks armor, so they have to respect it and they can't do wake-ups. But because it's an overhead, then there's increased threat of her, any of her lows, just like a back 4 or whiffing something into a low. Like, god damn. That is a powerful tool, and it's special cancelable, as we see later. You can go into a full combo from it. And look at this. What is that? That is amazing. That is so Injustice. This is just a back 2 that teleports him, and if he's close to the opponent, teleports to the other side. I imagine it is surely 100% unsafe, but a long-reaching overhead is going to be useful in this game. It looks like it's pretty similar range to Smokes. And even if it's unsafe, hello, this is MK1. Just ambush, keep yourself safe, you're fine. That is an amazingly strong tool. Especially considering the fact that we've already seen he has a bunch of powerful lows, and lows that lead to combos. So this long-range overhead is just going to kill people.
All of them. Puts his hands
Now,
together. It's not
we get into special moves, which is where he gets even more ridiculous. This clap is kind of, seems like the way that they're using it here is a similar use case than if, as Rain, you're using Geyser in this kind of range, or even if you're playing Melina and you're doing low Psy, you can be kind of this range, or, you know, a few character distances further, maybe like around here. You can throw the low Psy and, you know, It'll connect, but it's not a zoning tool, but it just catches you when you're in this kind of footsie area. And that's similar to when you sometimes try to throw out Geyser. And Omni-Man's just seems great. It seems a lot better than Geyser because it's a clap, so its hitbox is probably like this whole big shockwave, which is way better than Geyser, because if they jump Geyser, you're dead. But with this shockwave, it seems like it'll probably catch jumpers as well, so you just have this clap that'll just catch everything in front of you. And it doesn't seem too slow either, which seems awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So he covers, like, let's see what kind of distance he covers. If he was like a little step in here, and instead of being like this distance, which is maybe like 3 character distances, if he was 2, he could just do his forward 4 knee. If he was 1, he could do his back 1, which is a mid. And now that he's 3 character distances, well, he has these claps. And if he does the meter burn version, it like goes further. It's probably safer as well. Like, dang, he can cover a lot of just anywhere he wants.
Oh, okay.
And once again, the only thing that could make this bad is having horrific frame data. And we just have to wait and see if that's actually the case.
Literally just like...
And another one. So now that we're at even further of a distance, he has just this flying chest move.
Also, this.
Which looks pretty funky and badass. But it has some pretty serious, it has some ramifications. The fact that he has this flying chest move, it's such an MK move. It's a Sub-Zero slide. It's a, Johhny shadow kick. It's just a flying move that's extremely fast, and as we'll see in a second, it is also his armored attack, which means that he has this long-ranged, very quick armored attack that goes so far. Oh my gosh! So he has basically Johhny's shadow kick as his armor attack, just the same as Johhny, and it's kind of hard to tell. It seems like this would be a mid, and if it is a mid, Jesus freaking Christ, what? But maybe it is somehow high and it'll just have a really ugly animation where you're just ducking into his crotch. Otherwise, it's a mid, and that's just extremely powerful, because Johhny's, at least when you're in the neutral, you can be ducking and you're safe against it. But I guess Omni-Man, you just have to constantly block, otherwise you might get hit by this armored move from anywhere. And what's so good about this is, once again, in Rain case, anytime Rain is around this distance or even further, tries to throw his regular projectile or his down down up weather god projectile or a whirlpool or literally anything, they're all over like 30 frames. So Omni-Man can either just react and go for the chest slam instantly on its own, or if you have a little bit late reactions and you do it quite late on in the special move and you have slow reactions, you can just press the meter button and spend meter on it, and it's armored and it'll just go straight through any of Rain's projectiles easily on reaction, anytime, which is something that Johhny can do and is very annoying for Rain players, because your zoning is kind of just instantly nullified by any random shadow kicks. You have to do tons of fake outs and just pretend to zone, and now the same thing is going to happen with Omni-Man. And although it sounds like I'm complaining, I will be playing Omni-Man, so I guess if anyone plays Omni-Man against me, I'm gonna switch straight from Rain and pick Omni-Man as well. It just seems crazy.
Torpedo move.
We haven't even gotten to the other ridiculous things. Like, you would think that chest slam was enough to make me like, oh man, it's a 9-1 versus Rain. But there's more, and there's actually 2 more things coming from this. So this torpedo move, I kind of even forgot about this. So now there's just actually a full screen dash punch. This is full on Injustice, Superman, Sub-Zero slide, full screen, just flying move. So Netherrealm, such a Netherrealm attack.
Superhero classic.
Flies, I imagine it's unsafe, but once again, ambushes. If I just throw Kano knives out while I do this, Kano knives will be flying in from full screen, keep me safe, like, it's chill. It's chill. I can do this whenever I want. It looks extremely fast. The startup is a tiny bit slow, but the speed he travels across the screen completely makes up for it. It's just instant. And we haven't even seen the aerial version. I think she shows that in a second.
You're not following it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
You do it in the air.
The aerial version is a free pop-up from this full screen. Full screen dive kick, launcher, extremely fast. Ambush will keep you safe. Like, what is this character? Do they think about
onto his
costume relative character strength before they release this shit?
Get blood on everybody. Like how the blood from his.
Like, this also means, like, just another anti-zoning technique, because, you know, I'm always thinking about how to beat Rain as a Rain player, but that means that
Correct. But if
a lot of the time when Rain zoning, if you are somehow getting zoned out by Rain, the best place you can be when you're full screen is just jump backwards, because then you won't get hit by the Weather God, you won't get hit by the Whirlpool, you won't get hit by anything, and you're safe. And even though you're staying full screen, you're chill. That means Omni-Man can be doing that from full screen. Not only is when he's closer, nothing is a threat because of the armored chest slam or the Superman punch. Also, anytime he jumps back to dodge the projectiles, he can just do this. He can jump over the Whirlpool or jump over the Weather God and get a punish into a full combo. Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
I also,
That's ridiculous, but that's amazing if I'm using it. If I'm using it, that's amazing, and I'm skilled.
onto his costume.
But that is crazy.
It's pretty awesome.
interesting special move that I
His
think
most
really
interesting special move. Oh gosh.
So it's down back 3.
This thing, I can't see what the weakness is right now. I cannot see what is not good about this. Particularly, once again, against Rain. But basically every character in the roster I think is not going to have a good time against
From
this.
here, he has 4 different.
So you probably watched this yourself, so I don't feel bad talking over it. But it's a stance where he goes into an automatic projectile parry. So projectiles just go straight through him. He just dodges them instantly. And he has like 4 follow-ups. So he's got this, just straight up teleport. You can just go right behind the opponent. It looks really quick, just like Raiden's teleport. Very, very fast. Probably not too easy to punish.
Like, first, I think is
And then this grab. She calls it a grab, but I don't think she means it's a command grab. It's just a hit grab because
like
they combo into it off of some grounded buttons, and usually command grabs don't work like that. So I don't think it's a command grab. If it is, GG's, I guess.
off of the low I talked about earlier.
But as you can see, we can combo from that low as well. And keep in mind, this is going into a stance and then a stance follow-up. So that is way easier to hit confirm into what is likely an unsafe hit grab than just you doing that as a special, because you're cancelling into the stance. And then once you're in the stance, you just press a button or some input to go into the grab. So I can go for that forward 3 low into the float stance, and I'm just chilling. If I realize, oh, they're actually blocking, I can teleport behind them. I can cancel the stance. I think they showed that already. There's no weakness. You can cancel it, you can teleport, you can go for an uppercut if they try to jump away, you can teleport behind them, hit them from behind, grab them. I don't think it's a command grab though.
Zooms across super
But goddamn.
behind you.
So then there's this, which is also like a teleport, but it hits. So not only does he have a Raiden teleport, he has a Scorpion teleport, which does way more damage than Scorpion's teleport.
Throws something out. When
Like, excuse me, nearly 200 damage from a zip across the screen. Once again, just go through any projectile. Easy. Get 20%. Or I could just teleport, and if they're punishable, I get a full combo.
go into
Like,
it.
hello?
He also
What is
has
this guy?
An overhead from anywhere on screen. He drops down.
And then there's this!
Exactly.
Another
And then
teleport
lastly,
dash, fall in on top of them.
Air. Up exactly.
Overhead,
And then lastly-
tracking overhead from anywhere on the screen. He's got a Shiva stomp. It's not unblockable, but it's an overhead,
Overhead from anywhere on screen.
which means there's gonna be some stupid gimmicky mix-ups. He's got all these lows. He's got some other overhead, and now he's got a tracking overhead. So, and if he's using like a Kung Lao hat, that means he can just have overhead low unblockable mix from anywhere, whether the hat hits first and then combos into this, or this hits and then goes into the hat. Like, what? What? It's so crazy.
So it tracks.
Exactly.
And also, I think we see that it's a decent combo ender as well.
Air.
And there's even more. I think that's more than 4 hits. There's the cancel, the teleport, the grab, the like teleport behind punch, the overhead, and this punch. There's 6 things you can do from being in this stance, and this stance is an automatic projectile parry. And if you meter burn it, it's an everything parry. Like, what? Hello?
Like the upward
Gosh dang.
version Of the zip behind you.
It's crazy.
Fine break.
So, and once again, hello, I keep saying the same thing over and over again. The only thing that could be weak about this is if all of the follow-ups are death on block. But knowing NetherRealm, one of them's going to be safe. Either that uppercut punch is somehow going to be safe, the overhead drop down is probably going to be safe somehow, with like full screen pushback. Something's going to be ridiculous about this, and even if they're not, a teleport is effectively safe. The opponent is trying to react to all of these options. An overhead drop down, teleport behind you, hit you from behind, punch you from in front. just doing a teleport that doesn't actually hit you, that's effectively safe. Or he can just cancel it.
To go into this doing projectile.
I can't wait to use him though. All of this stuff, I can't wait to use him. Usually when I see OP shit, I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna cry about this so hard. But not this time. This time, I'm gonna make other people cry.
There, right?
Well, I don't think
Wrong.
it is.
No,
I don't
no,
think
no.
so.
And he can do this all from the air as well. He can do everything from the air.
Ultramite stance. When he does it, he's immune to all
So,
fireballs.
once again, immune to all fireballs, and NetherRealm's definition of fireballs is always a little bit strange, so I don't know if this will work against Rain's Whirlpool, because sometimes that doesn't get hit by a fireball, things like Rain's Projectile, but things like Sub-Zero's Ice Armor
to normal attacks
do negate it as well, so that just means all of Rain's zoning is instantly nullified by this free stance he can just go into whenever he wants. So he doesn't even need a Sub-Zero cameo or anything, he can just go into this stance, and in this stance he's extremely powerful. He just goes through all of Rain's things. If he ever sees he's doing things, oh, teleport behind, get a punish, or teleport behind with the grab if he's not fast enough, or just drop down with an overhead, or if Rain does nothing, oh, then I'll just cancel it, and then wait and do it again.
And then he can go.
That's so funny.
That's
That is so funny. And then I was thinking, okay, that seems ridiculous, right? But maybe it's just Rain. And I think a bunch of characters maybe will not have such a bad time against this, like your Melinas and your Smokes will maybe have a better time dealing with this, because if you see he goes into the stance around this distance, Melina could just go into a ball roll, and if his cancel isn't fast enough, then he'll just get punished for it, unless he once again teleports behind or whatever, but at least you have a chance of doing something. She can just ball roll, or Smoke can teleport into a combo, whatever. These physical strikes that hit from a distance may actually be a good option against him. So it's not complete death, but even consider in those situations,
Immune to all fireballs.
if he thinks that you're going to go for a teleport, he can just teleport behind you, and then you go for a ball roll that whiffs. Or he can just drop down with an overhead, or go for...
It's definitely
It's pretty.
Like, it's not like he's helpless, but at least in those situations, these characters have an option of something that they can go for. Rain just doesn't have anything. Either he goes to zone, or he has to do like a 3-step wave dash in, by which case, he's probably teleported behind you, killed you with an overhead, cancelled it, whatever. There's just nothing Rain can do against this, at all. And then keep in mind against also those characters with ball rolls or teleports that hit, he can just do the meter burn version and be completely invincible against all of them.
as well.
So he doesn't even have to react or whatever.
And then he can go in and punish them.
That's so cool.
I'm really, really intrigued to see where this character's weaknesses come in,
Yes.
or he'll just be
Again, he can
top
do it
one.
in the Air.
Like, he's either just the best, or there is some weird whack shit that we haven't seen yet.
Dude,
It is very, very, very.
that's awesome. I love it.
And then lastly, for his mobility, he has a unique air dash. This actually.
And he's got an air dash. Now this is actually really exciting. We saw this a little bit in the trailers, and I'm like, oh yes, finally we have some Injustice air dash action. But it's even better than that, because it's a physical strike that you can cancel into
As long as you have meters.
multiple times. So it's a Natara air dash, but better. I don't think it's an 8-way dash, which is what
Cool, flashy combos.
I guess makes it slightly more balanced, but it's, you know,
To get out.
straight dash is the dash that you want.
Physical hit. So again, to recap that. You just do it for the first.
Also, I'm not sure if it's a physical hit when you don't cancel it, because so does that mean if he just jumps and dashes across the screen, he would hit anyone that jumps? So if the opponent tries to jump against you, you just accidentally get an air-to-air and hit them out of the sky. And even if he does it, it's not like it's a physical hit that's punishable, because he gets to do a physical attack afterwards. Like, he gets to do 2 attacks in the air. So he's amazing for air-to-airs and air mobility. And it's not like, you know, even characters like Rain, when he does the portal summon in the air, he doesn't get to do an air action afterwards. But Omni-Man gets to do this physical dash across the air and do a strike.
So I think
I don't see the balance. I don't see the vision, guys, but I'm so excited to play this character because I've missed Injustice style gameplay so much. I've been even watching some old Injustice 2 tournaments, and this guy just embodies Injustice. Full screen dash, special moves, like so many dive bombs, teleports, aerial dashes, ridiculous mobility, stupid looking juggle combos. Like, he's got a launcher into Ford's knee, into a bunch of other buttons. He's just got some, like, the good NetherRealm juicy juice. Stuff that is way too strong, stuff that is satisfying combos, and also some ugly ass animations, like that dive bomb that he has. I think they showed it before. Like, come on. Don't tell me this looks good. That is so ugly, but I love it so much. That's what I love about MK games and NetherRealm games. They look kind of ugly, but in a charming way. Like, what is that? That's not a beautiful animation. But it's cool, and it's... I don't know.
Super cool. I love it.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Really cool.
He just seems way too cool to be true, way too
You know
fun.
what? Let's just save it for another day, Raven.
And I think they're gonna start talking about Tremor now, so let's just cut to this little bit of gameplay they give us, and
Very good.
it's cool. His walk speed also seems pretty good from this, so straight into thing. Scorpion does something, counter into a teleport. Scorpion doesn't punish that, so it seems like maybe the 2 hits of that forward knee might be safe. If that is true, whew, that is an amazing mid. Long range, safe.
I also love, I've always liked
And you can just see here, jab, into the stance, grab, and you just get a full combo from it.
I've always liked the hair, the white hair on the side, because that's what's happening to me.
Oh, same here.
So yeah, I'm fine with it.
Look at this! That is a meterless B&B simple combo, and it probably could have been extended even more. So consider the fact, it's just jab, stance, into the grab launcher, and you go into an aerial string. You could actually go into another aerial string if you did an air dash here. So you get 2 aerial strings, teleport behind, and get this extremely damaging ender. That's like near 40% meterless from a single jab, like standing 1 punish. That's crazy. That's awesome.
See right there.
I wish more characters had such awesome combo flexibility like this guy, and we see even more of it here. So here we go. Ooh!
Powerful.
A dropped combo, but that is exciting potential. So just the launcher into the forward 4 into some punching strings, and that all combos, and then you can go into special moves after that. It just has way more interesting juggle potential than almost anyone else in the game.
How they learn to preemptively.
See? Oh my gosh. So completely invulnerable. Oh, I see you did something. Let me just teleport behind.
Cameos and all that.
Yeah, he avoided the hellfire.
And then he just did a regular teleport. Just this mobility is unmatched.
Yeah, he avoided
Anyone in this game, I believe.
Yeah, that was awesome. It's definitely his coolest move.
It's a flash.
Bunch of jab pressure. What? I didn't even think about that. You could use the stance on block in gaps. I wonder how quickly. No way. No way! I didn't even pay attention. This string is something that you usually, it has an armorable gap. But now he just has an invincible gap. And he gets a punish into the grab. Come, guys.
Love how
Guys, why would I play any other character? Why would I play any other character?
I will grind this
So instead of getting an arm... I don't... If you don't know what that means so much. Not only is that, like... different to an armored reversal. He already has a great armored reversal, as we've learned with the chest bump. He has this invincible reversal where he just parries anything, except maybe a grab, I guess, but that doesn't matter because you're armoring through strings. He's this invincible parry, which from it I can get a punish into my full meterless combo launcher. Or if I mess up, I can just cancel it, or I can teleport behind you, or I can go into an overhead. Hello! What is this?
Right. Yeah.
It's crazy. Crazy.
It's very well done.
I think we saw also just here before, Scorpion's Hellfire actually does hit him out of the stance, so maybe Rain's Whirlpool will hit him, but Rain's Whirlpool is like 50 frames. He can react to that and teleport.
It's very well done. Lava Burst. Ton of range on the
Your safe mid-string. This again. I just thought one other way that they could potentially have him be bad is have his pokes be really crap. Imagine if he had an 8-frame down 1 and he just can't win the poke wars. That would be actually a very significant way of nerfing a character in this game. Because he does have some strange looking pokes. Like that is maybe a down 3
Didn't really get a lot.
or a down 1. It looks cool, but maybe that means it'll be slower or worse in some way.
Scorpion and his spear pokes.
Oh,
good blocks.
Here we go, and as you can see, there we go. That's a meterless launcher. Even against an aerial opponent, the gravity isn't used so much that you can't get a combo. He definitely is getting a combo from this with the aerial dash, and whew, that is so cool. And I think that was not a meterless combo, because sometimes in some more specific juggles, you might have to do he does the meter burn stance, which I think just means he can go into the grab faster if there's, more gravity in a combo and you need to just do it quickly. but 38% from a random conversion off of an aerial hit. Usually if the opponent's in the air and you're getting a combo in this game, it kind of messes up your combo. It definitely does with Rain, but it happens with a lot of characters. But he still gets a full, juicy, nice looking combo that doesn't look like it's compromised at all.
God, Omni-Man's neck.
He's
Really
fine.
unfortunate. Yeah, he's very, very strong. His cape's on fire.
Also, I was thinking maybe a way that they can nerf him is making his dash bad. Nope, he has an amazing, long-reaching, very fast dash.
Nice
Oh, yeah, this is gonna hurt pretty bad.
Take him up to the air.
And showing off here how not only is his combo potential amazing on his own, but he can also easily extend it with other characters.
Come up.
Because he uses just some buttons into a cameo launcher,
Nice
Oh.
and uses his
Hurt pretty bad.
Take him
regular launcher, and then goes into some buttons,
to the air.
into the meter burn grab launcher, some buttons in the air. He could have also done an aerial dash and some more, like,
Your face on the
this is awesome.
jumps at it.
This character is too cool. Shujinko steals the clap and the behind teleport, it seems, by the way.
They are
That tremor break is so funny.
very, very.
What was that? So that's in the stance where you just do the dash, like uppercut punch. Oh, but Shujinko did it.
They are again just very, very.
That was really confusing. So I think Omni-Man teleported behind and Shujinko did the up punch.
That was Tremor riding a giant rock.
Also, look, this combo didn't have enough gravity. He didn't even need to do. It didn't even. Oh my god. He didn't even need to do the meterless version. So this is the back one launcher. Launches the opponent in the air.
Tremor
Does some juggles with a forward 4 into some buttons. Into the meterless launcher, by the way. He didn't have to meter burn the stance at all.
giant rock.
And he's getting near 40%
I was.
meterlessly
When I saw that, I was like,
off of his mid.
That's awesome.
Seems fair to me. And even if, the thing is, when I say like, oh, seems fair in a condescending or sarcastic way, I wish that was fair. I wish that was what most of the characters in this game could do. I wish characters had cool combo extensions that aren't the same combo over and over again.
rock.
And the only thing that is like
The first time I saw
kind of salty about this is that everyone can't do
It
it.
was a giant rock.
yes,
Look how cool this is.
Tremor riding a giant.
It is insanely strong, but I wish everyone could do strong stuff like this. And this is so amazing. I'm absolutely
Oh my god.
gonna be enjoying Omni-Man for sure.
To be fair, if you were doing a combo, it would break you. Your concentration.
And then just some buttons into a fatal blow.
Drop down.
Looks like that's gonna.
Fatal blow's also ridiculous
I
too.
don't see Scorpion.
I think we've seen enough ridiculous stuff. I can't even hype it up anymore, but it's a behind fatal blow, which we've seen in other games. MK11, Cabal. Behind fatal blows are ridiculous. You just go straight through any projectile, anything. Easy punish. It's fast. Punishes anything from full screen. No problemo. Extremely strong tool. And don't know if I should cover this for YouTube.
Fantastic. And this the drop at the end. Nice.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
good.
So that's Omni-Man. He's amazing.
For putting that together.
And although I'm sad I will not be able to use Rain for the few days that he comes out, I'm going to enjoy the hell out of playing him. And if anyone becomes my second main, I thought it may have been Melina, but Omni-Man is probably gonna take that. 'Cause finally, we have our first taste of Injustice 3. Anyways, he's out tomorrow and I'll see you there. Thanks so much for watching, and bye-bye. See you there.